Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have yet another crime against cooking. Although, despite the title, this one is not actually a crime against cooking because it's one of my classic dishes, right? So you guys have to follow this recipe to the T because it is perfected by myself, not entirely made by myself. I got it out of a recipe book originally, but it's been perfected by me and it passed on to you, right? So you can have a go. None of this jar of Bolognese sauce nonsense, right? So this is proper stuff, right? Proper stuff. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at how I do Bolognese. Right, first up we need your mince as standard. Need some carrots. We've got 3 carrots. You can have as many as you want or as little as you want, but it's necessary for the sauce. Also got some celery sticks. About 3 will do. Also have an onion. Ooh. And it can be as big or as small as you want it to be. Tin of tomato, chopped tomatoes. And we need also some milk and a drop of wine, and obviously the spaghetti and a drop of cheese on top. And we all know we can have a bit of cheese, don't we? Right, so first up what you want to do is you want to chop your carrots like this, right? 4 carrots, 3 carrots like that, get rid of those, and then what you want to do is you want to chop them into little like slices, dices. You want to dice them, right? So smart people amongst us would have a dicing machine, right? Sarah once had one of those. Don't know what happened though after that. Anyway, this is what you do. It's very time consuming, and at some point I really got to get a dicer because it's ridiculous doing this, right? Or you can buy your own, obviously. You can obviously buy your own little diced carrots. They come diced, don't they? Some of them anyway. So yeah, you can do that. You've got to do that for all of these, so you'll probably see a time lapse in a second of this. Always watch your fingers when you're doing these, right? See, the one tip I can always give you, because otherwise you'll lose your tip, you know? Ah! What was I just said? Watch the fingers, my God. Dear me. Right, so your carrots are done, right? All done, it's all sorted. Carrots, yeah. So next up, you take your thingies, celery. So we'll just lop the ends off of them just to make sure that they're all in order. I don't know what the ends do. Anyway, right. So what you do now is just slice them basically, and roughly chop them. There's no hard and fast rule to these at all. Do it like this, this. Right, go. Now then, one more thing to do now before we are rock and rolling. That is, you get your onion, right? Now then, how much of this do I need? This is a particularly large onion, so the question is, do I want to use it all, or do I want to use... I want to use more than half of it, but I don't know if I should use it all or not. Kind of do it like that. This, that. This, okay, so it looks like we're using it all, right? Chop it. And you're probably going to want to use probably a smaller one than I am, but you know, this is me. Just do it like this. I tend to overestimate my ingredients, like a lot, especially in this. I prefer to have more rather than less. I don't know why I don't, but anyway, at least onions are a bit more easy to chop and to dice. Remember, you're dicing it, not slicing them. That's very important. Something I learned a long time ago. And you're slicing or dicing the onions and not your fingers. Also very important. Right. In fact, I think I'm just going to go with half of the onion. Right, I just decided. Last minute jobby, right? So we're going to want a kind of a large-ish dish, right? A pan, not too small, but not too big. This one for me is the right size. You probably can't see, can't judge how big it is. It's kind of, it's big enough. It needs to be big enough to fit like all your ingredients in it. So judge for yourself and you'll be good to go, right? Can't be too small though, because it's got to fit like all these ingredients here, plus your mince, and plus some extra tomato and things like that. So, you know, just be wary of that, just in case. Right, so what you want to do now is you want to put all of your onions and your carrots, this, and your celery all in the one, right? All at the same time. It's very important. They all cook around about the same amount of time, so it should be good. Don't forget to put your oil in there, in the pan either, right? You put your lid on the hob, put your lid on the pan, and just let it go for about 5 minutes, 5-7 minutes. Should be right. Now we're doing this until the veggies become soft. That's basically what the objective is. So it's almost ready now. What we're going to do now is we need the mince. Put the mince and you put it in like this. Now we need to brown the mince. Remember the cardinal rule, everybody. Anybody that's following my channel? Cardinal rule is brown the mince, don't broil it. Remember? That's all you need to know about the situation, right? So do that. Let it brown a little bit like that. There we go. It's all looking very snazzy. Good. This. Oops. Right, what we're going to do here as well is we're going to put a few spices in. This is some cumin, whatever you want to call it, cumin. Right, like that. Put some mixed herbs in as well. This is just to spice it up. What's something there? And some oregano as well. And I'll just make things a bit tastier, potentially. Right. Going like that. That. Right, so it's just pretty much ready for this stage of things, right? Next up, we want to put a drop of milk in, okay? And then what needs to happen here is it needs to absorb the milk. So let's do that. That. That few minutes. Right. Okay. go. Right, next up what we want to do is put a bit of wine in. Right. Any wine will do. This is my favourite cooking wine. I only ever use it for bolognese. I think technically you're supposed to put the wine in first and then the milk, but either way, right, either way. The idea is now that it seeps in to the mixture, right? It's not so that you get pissed or anything like that, right? Obviously, those of you who don't like alcohol, just leave it out. You can leave anything out if you don't like certain things, obviously, but you know, this is my long time instructions, long time method of doing things. Right, as you can see, it's not entirely, you know, drained out. There's some juices from the mince as well in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to put the chopped tomatoes in here to beef up the sauce. So it goes like this, like that, right? Right. Now we mix that all in like this, right? Mix it in. So there we go. Now you can, if you want to, you can put in some tomato paste, but I don't want to because I'm not a big tomato fan, and that's why I'm trying not to put as much in. I mean, you can put more chopped tomatoes in if you want to. You can put like 2 tins, but I try not to because I'm not a huge fan. What we're going to put in here is some salt to taste, right? Put in as much or as little as you want. There we go. Now you just sort of leave that to go. Also got here some bay leaves, right? I'm not entirely sure what bay leaves do, so if anybody wants to let me know, you can. Apparently you put them in, I don't know what they do or why they are there or anything like that, right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to let this simmer, turn the heat down. You can put it down for as long or as short as you want. Now the Italians, because this is a pure authentic Italian recipe, right? So the Italians would, in actual fact, just leave it to simmer like for hours and hours on end. Obviously, I don't have hours to do that because, you know, hungry. But put it as low as you want. I've got it on a 3 at the moment, so I'll just put it on now for about half an hour or something like that. So I let it simmer for around about half an hour-ish, right? And then I took it off the hob. And then although I haven't actually filmed it as such, I did the spaghetti. So you put a bunch of spaghetti in water, like hot water, boiling water, right? And you let it simmer for like 10 minutes or so until the spaghetti is tender. So then it turns out like this. Right, and here we go. This is the beautiful spaghetti bolognese alla Dugo. I think it looks spiffing, personally. Now, what could make this more spiffing? I think it would be a little bit of cheese, right? Cheese. Perfect. And there you have it, the perfect spaghetti bolognese, right? You won't get anything better, trust me. This is like perfect. And I know a lot of people, they don't have a lot of time to just do what I've just done. So, you know, stick with your your sad little jars of Bolognese sauce, you know, that's always an option. But this is better, so you know, make some time, do it on a weekend, something like that. Give it a go, at least give it a go before you slate it, right? It is delicious. So yeah, I know this wasn't really like a Sarah Slops episode, or even a crisis against cooking. That's not what it's called, is it? Cooking with crisis. Crimes against cooking. It's not a crime against cooking, this one. This was a what's the opposite of a crime? Like beauty, delicious, delicacy. It's a delicacy. Fucking hell. Sorry. So I'm sure that this wasn't quite as entertaining, this video. If that's what you're here for, you know, you're looking for my mishaps, my mistakes, but you don't want to know what happened off camera, so I'm not gonna let you know that. But if you want to follow along with the recipe, go to my website, link in the description somewhere, and I've put together a little recipe thingy that you can do yourself if you want to. Anyway, thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you can. If you can, of course you can. If you want to, and comment all of your thoughts about it down below. Does it taste nice? Does it look nice? You don't know if it tastes nice, do you? Does it look nice? Does it look nice? And if you do try it, if you do try to make it, come back here and let me know if it tasted nice. That would be better, wouldn't it? And then subscribe to the channel if you are new, because I try to put a bit of a comedic twist on these things, but you know, or just do what I've just done here. Anyway, until next time, please give this video a massive... Oh, for fuck's sake, I've done that already. Okay. Have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves, and bye-bye.